Tonight we are in Omaha for day one of the Big Ten baseball tournament. We have a new field this year. We have new teams that are in the conference this year. But each team still has the same goal. From Charles Schwab Field in Omaha, Nebraska, it is the 2025 Big Ten baseball tournament. On KRNU as the 12th seeded Michigan State Spartans get ready to face off against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Inside the press box here at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha, I'm Bobby Hessling alongside Jacob Schrantz. As we get you ready for each of these teams' first game of the Big Ten baseball tournament, let's start with Nebraska. They won it all last year, and they're looking to repeat, Jacob. They will still play one more game. They will play Oregon on Friday night. But the question is, are they going to be playing for a spot in the Big Ten tournament semifinal, or are they just playing for fun? The first pitch to Overbeek. Misses downstairs for ball one. You got to be careful because Bolin has really, really good speed over at second base. Josh Overbeek 0 for 3 this evening. Last time up, he got hit by a pitch on his inner knee. 1-0 to Overbeek, misses downstairs 2-0. Caden Brumbaugh is next if we get that far. Josh Overbeek 0 for 3 is due for a hit. Has reached base safely in 17 of his last 20. 2-0. Overbeek swing and a miss. Strike one. It was a breaking ball at the top of the zone at 81 miles an hour, and Overbeek wanted to hit it into Iowa. Two and one. Garrett Brewer sets at the belt and delivers a 2-1 home to Overbeek. That is into right field on a line over and able to not drop the ball. The game is tied. Oh my goodness. Parker Pico drops the ball in right field, allowing the game to continue.
I cannot believe what I just saw. The ball was a magnet to Parker Pico's glove in right field, and then at the last moment, he squeezed it too early, and out of nowhere, this game is tied. And with 2 outs, Bolin did not have to tag up. He was off and running, and with the dropped ball, Pico is going to have nightmares about that if the Spartans end up dropping this game.
You cannot make things like this up. Caden Brumbaugh is going to step to the plate. Robbie Bolin is the happiest person on the planet right now, and so is Josh Overbeek. If you're Joseph Jurwa, you are fuming in the dugout.
I mean, you just never see something like this. That's not a play where he is charging or tracking a ball down,
it's
lose
a
it in the
routine fly
lights.
ball.
It's not even a fly ball. It's a line out to his glove. It hit the palm of his glove. I cannot believe what just happened. I can't believe anyone's not going over there to talk to him and just calm him down. He's got to be flustered after that.
The game was over. Pico had it in his glove. He just didn't squeeze it early enough. And Bolin scores. This game is tied at 4. Robbie Bolin has made good contact. He is 1 for 3 this evening with the bunt. Also walked in the 8th inning. He led off the 9th and the 8th.
Yeah, it looked like Fianzo, he saw the success with that breaking ball that got Frost reaching out of the zone, and then just decided, why not try it again? And he got the same result for the strikeout.
First pitch, Robbie Bolin back up the middle into center field. They're going to send Carey around third. The throw home will not be in time, and Nebraska walks off Michigan State and will have a chance to play for the semifinal on Friday night against the Oregon Ducks. Robbie Bolin, the walk-off hero tonight.
Absolutely electric. First, in the bottom of the 9th, Robbie Bolin has a successful bunt and somehow comes around to score on a lucky line out that was not to be as it bounced out of the glove of Parker Pico. And then, in the bottom of the 10th, Bolin comes up with another massive play and another walk-off for the Huskers. This guy is balling right now.
Robbie Bolin is probably the best way to call him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The walk-off hero tonight, and the Huskers win it in 10 innings. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Riley Silva at home plate. Grinzel sets on the 2-2, looks at Haligso, and delivers a 2-2 home to Silva. That's hit back up the middle. That's into center field. That will score another run for the Huskers. Silva holds up at first base. Hogan Haligso went first to third, and it's 4-1 Nebraska. An RBI single by Riley Silva. Well, the hit and run, and it almost looked like it wasn't going to work because coming from shortstop was Maloney to cover the bag, but he was not able to dive out in front of it and try to take the baseball away from getting into center field, and yet again, runners at the corners for the Huskers. And the count is now full. It's funny seeing that when a hitter thinks it's ball 4, they drop the bat, they take off for first, and it's like, nope, you got to come back. So here's the 3-2. Brockett sets in on Maloney. And before the payoff pitch is thrown, they check on the runner at first, Ansoneros. And once again, the claps begin for the Husker crowd. Brockett, 3-2, the payoff pitch as he sets looking in on Maloney. Runner takes off. This is grounded onto shortstop. Carey's going to tag the bag for 1 on to first, double play. Back-to-back inning-ending double plays for the Oregon Ducks will send us to the 5th. Make it a 6-3 double play as Carey touched the bag, gets out arrows at second and Maloney at first, and it'll send us to the 5th. Nebraska on top of the Oregon Ducks, 4-1 here on KRNU. This is a very uncharacteristic game from the Oregon Ducks today. And I just wonder, with how early it is it a bit foggy-minded Ducks out there where they're not really in it right now? 2-2 to Sanderson. Missed high, and Sanderson has worked himself out of an 0-2 hole to work the count full. Runners at second and third for Case Sanderson. He's got a full count, nobody away in the top of the 5th inning. 3-2. Sanderson into right field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Swanson's getting the sign to score from third. Around third base, the throw is cut off by Walsh. 2 more runs cross the plate. It's a 2-run RBI double for Case Sanderson. Nebraska in front 6-1 over Oregon.
This is just utter domination at this point. There is really nothing going defensively for Oregon here in the 5th, and I think it might be almost time. Yeah, it is. It's time for Grinzel to come out.
Grinzel's night will close after going 4 1/3. Rather, not the night, his morning. He went 4+, not even 4 1/3. Struck out 5 batters, allowing 6 runs at least for the time as Sanderson stands on base. New pitcher in for the Ducks, and we'll tell you all about the new Duck reliever on the other side. Nebraska in front 6-1 here on KRNU. You were watching Hogan Haligso comes up with 2 away and the base is loaded. He's batting 196. He had a big double earlier today against the Oregon Ducks as he's 1 for 6 in the tournament.
Yeah, Haligso, he's kind of coming on at the right time for Nebraska. Hasn't done much most of the year, but here in Omaha he's big.
First pitch fouls it off. He used to play in Charles Schwab Field as a Creighton Blue Jay for a number of seasons. And right now in a moment wearing the Husker red with the bases loaded in a Big Ten tournament semifinal game. No balls, 1 strikes. Tamel sets on the rubber and delivers the 0-1 home to Hogan Haligso. Missed upstairs by his head at 91 miles an hour. Well, he does not have very good command of that fastball right now.
Not quite. He hasn't located it even really anywhere near the strike zone.
The rain is light again. 1 ball, 1 strike. The bases are loaded in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Penn State, Nebraska, no score. The 1-1 to Hogan Haligso. Missed for ball 2. Haligso has a .269 on base percentage, 2 home runs, and 16 RBIs this season. Two balls, 1 strike. Looking in is Ben DeMel on Hogan Haligso with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 2-1 to Hogan Haligso. Ground ball, that is through into left field. 1 run will score. Getting the sign to go home is Dylan Carey. The throw is into the cutoff man. Carey's going to score over to third, and tagging out at third base is Devin Nunez, but the damage has been done. 2 runs come across the plate for the Huskers, and they are in front 2-0 on top of Penn State. We'll go to the third inning here on KRNU. It's his 24th multi-hit game of the season as well. He's been on a tear as of late. Gabe Swanson, first pitch fouled over the screen into the second deck. He's behind 0-1. Gabe Swanson so far today, 0 for 2 with a walk in the second inning. He was thrown out of home plate and did not come around to score. Had a home run versus the Ducks this morning. 1 on, 1 away in the bottom of the seventh inning. The 0-1 to Gabe Swanson. As a called ball, the changeup comes in at the top of the zone at 80 miles an hour. Maloney behind the plate tried to drop it down, frame it as a called strike. He did not get the call.
There was a bug flying around the face of Diamond Loosely. Seemed to have been bothering him over the last second.
1-1 to Swanson. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. Loosely knows that he's got to be careful pitching to Swanson because Swanson loves to hit in this ballpark, especially this tournament and this time of year.
He's one of the few guys on this Nebraska starting lineup that doesn't really need the wind to help him leave the yard.
2-1 to Swanson. Drives the ball into right center field. Back by the warning track. At the wall. Over the wall! Gabe Swanson, a 2-run home run. Huskers in front 6-3. On the celebration, Gabe Swanson missed the landing and ended up on his backside as he gets helped into the dugout. And Nebraska's in front 6-3. You said he doesn't need the wind to help him, but that time I think the wind did help him a little bit drive that ball into deep right field.
Came in at 82, came out at 100 miles an hour off that big bat of Gabe Swanson. Went almost 370 feet to put the Huskers up 3.
And it brings up Case Sanderson. There's 2 away, and A.J. Salgado comes to the plate. Salgado 1 for 2, struck out swinging in the second, and singled in the fifth to lead off the inning. He has runners at second and third. That was the 4th strikeout from Ty Horn. And A.J. Salgado digs in. First pitch, swing and a miss. 85-mile-an-hour changeup. That fooled him. 5-0 Huskers with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 0-1 to Salgado. Swing and a miss. He's behind 0-2. And the Husker fans come to their feet as Ty Horn is going to take a stroll from Hessling back out to the mound. Looking for 6 shutout innings of work is Ty Horn and a quality start under his belt. The right-hander is going to set at the belt and throw home to lefty A.J. Salgado. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. Good job by Hessling popping up, making sure he caught that ball, not letting it get to the backstop, or else Dean West would have scored. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dean West, did you see that?
Yeah,
he was about 40% the way down the line.
He is. He's trying to get in the head of Ty Horn to maybe bring some wayward pitches.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off.
It's a really good pitch. Got him reaching outside of the zone. Caught the end of the bat, almost the tip of it, to stay alive with a foul ball.
Ty Horn once again sets. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 on and 2 away. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Enthused with emotion is Ty Horn. 6 scoreless innings, 5 strikeouts, and back-to-back strikeouts to leave runners in scoring position. 5-0 Nebraska on top of UCLA. We go to the 7th here on KRNU. So the drama intensifies. Weingartner is the tying runner.
And he's got a home run
He
here
does.
in the Big Ten tournament. If he leaves the yard, it's all tied up.
He is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a walk, his most recent time up. No one in this ballpark is sitting down. Weingartner is one of 5 Penn State players with double-digit home runs this season. As Jake said, he has 1 in the Big Ten baseball tournament. First pitch to Weingartner. Called a strike.
And getting ahead early. This is where Broderick needs to be, especially right now, trying to hold this 6-3 lead. He was fighting from behind a lot of these late game matchups that he's been in.
Broderick sets the 0-1 to Weingartner. Set up outside, that's a called ball. Helixo set up outside, and count was even at a ball and a strike. You could tell by the way Helixo slid his leg out into the left-handed batter's box that he wanted outside. Broderick has thrown 62 total pitches. 37 of them have been for strikes. Broderick's 1-1 is fouled off to the right side, and Penn State yet again is down to their final strike.
Yeah, looking at the face of Luke Broderick, he is glistening with sweat right now. He's working up there on the mound, but it's all going to be worth it for him if he can close the door.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The right-hander, Luke Broderick, sets on the 1-2 to Weingartner. Here it is. Skied in the air to right field. Bolin is there on the warning track. He will make the catch, and the Huskers have advanced on in the Big Ten baseball tournament and will play UCLA in the tournament championship tomorrow afternoon. 6-3 your final.
Oh my goodness. Off the bat, it's 100 miles an hour. I thought that was about to leave the yard to tie the game.
The exit angle, 44 degrees. Hit it too high. It hung in the air forever, felt like it was never going to land. And Luke Broderick slams the door. Robbie Bolin records the final out in right field.